Hello and welcome everyone. Today's video features a quick preview guide of the upcoming, currently work in progress, Wiesbaden, the Tier 8 German light premium cruiser. Now this ship in game is described as being based on a hypothetical project of a light cruiser with powerful AA and torpedo armament, designed for reconnaissance and air defense for ship squadrons. The cruiser's main armament consists of 128mm dual-purpose guns developed for the Kriegsmarine ships in the early 1940s. So let's take a closer look. This is a very sleek and streamlined looking cruiser. So let's start with the armor layout. Now this is a light cruiser, so we can expect to be very lightly armored. Fore end plating 16mm. The deck plating 16, the upper casemate 25, the belt armour is 80mm, the superstructure plating is 13, the barbette armour is 55, while the turrets get an all-round plating of 20mm. Again, aft end 16mm. And there is an aft end armour belt of 40mm. And let's take a look at the ship's citadel. It is mostly submerged for the most part. There is also an element of deck slope, armour deck slope here, 32mm. The citadel roof or deck has 32mm. The athwartship is 80 at the front and the same 80mm on the stern. Citadel runs from behind the rear turret to in front of the very front turret. So there is the armour. This ties in directly to the survivability. 34,100 hit points. With this build, let me just quickly show you the build I'm using. I have got the hydro mod. You have access to very, very good hydro indeed. The traditional, very strong German hydro you can see. 4km torpedoes, 6km for ships. You do get access to the smoke generator. Most importantly, no heal for the Wiesbaden. Running with prop mod, concealment. I am currently testing with a 17-point captain, and I am running with concealment expert and demolition expert. I would probably build into survivability for extra hit points and consumable specialist if I was training a full 21-point captain, but that is for the future. So no repair, but your survivability is greatly enhanced by having that smokescreen generator. Furthermore, there is torpedo protection damage reduction of 10%. Now, I've heard a lot of things and comparisons about this ship being made to the Atlanta, a German-style Atlanta. So let's look at the main battery. Main battery guns. 6 of these twin-mounted 128mm. Very fast-firing guns. They have a reload time of 5 seconds. This top turret here on the stern can rotate 360. The others rotate 180 degrees in 10.6 seconds. They have a max dispersion of 127 meters with a max firing range of 15 kilometers. Now what I like about these shells is the penetration and the shell velocity. You can see the shell velocity on both high explosive and armor piercing is 960 meters per second. The high explosive can penetrate 32mm of armor, which is quite impressive, and have a 7% fire chance. Again, that is with this build, including incorporating demolition expert and both of the fire starting. I press the right button, both of the fire flags. So that's the 7% fire chance The armor-piercing shells have a max damage of 3,100. So, very nice fast-firing guns. Now, Wiesbaden, to add to her offensive armament, gets torpedoes, 4 X3 launchers. Now these have a very fast reload time of 68 seconds. You get 2 X3 launchers on each side. They have a max torpedo range of 9.5 kilometers with a max damage of 14,400, a torpedo speed of 65 knots with a detectability range of 1.3 kilometers. 9.5 kilometer range means you can torp from concealment, having a detectability range of 8.5. So very useful torpedoes. 2 X3 launchers on both sides, so you have an offensive threat no matter what way you're kiting away or kiting forward. Moving to the depth charges, you get ship-based depth charges, unfortunately. They have a max damage of 2200. You get 2 charges, 2 bombs per charge, and these have a reload time of 40 seconds. Moving to the AA defense, again quite decent at tier 8, a ranking of 85. Let's look at the individual guns. You get 18 of these twin mounted 30mm guns, so 36 of these in total. Add in another 4 quad mounted 30mm, so another 16 of these 30mm. An additional 4 X2 55mm guns, and finally the main battery are dual purpose, so these 6 twin mounted main battery guns double up as AA mounts. So quite a few guns. What does this actually add up to? A continuous average damage of 377. Now the majority of this is short range damage, then followed up by medium range and finally long range. You get 6 shell explosions per flak salvo with a max damage of 1470, priority sector reinforcement of 75, and quite a decent max firing range of 6 kilometers. Moving to the maneuverability, Wiesbaden gets a max speed of 33.6 knots. That is with the speed flag. Base speed is 32 knots. Turning circle radius of 650 meters and a rudder shift time of 9.1 seconds. So finally, the concealment. Wiesbaden gets a concealment rating of 77. That is incorporating both the concealment system and the captain skill concealment expert. Concealment rating of 8.5 by enemy ships. You will be detected by enemy submarines and enemy aircraft, both at 6 kilometers. Now it's important to note, when you are firing your guns in smoke, very nice smoke firing penalty, just 4.5 kilometers. Should you be firing your main battery guns in smoke and have your hydro active, no ship can get to you without being detected by its hydro and proxy detecting you with your gun firing bloom in smoke. So very nice smoke firing penalty. Now this is the Wiesbaden. Now I must again remind you, this is a work in progress. This is currently in testing on the live server. I have been testing it myself. I can't comment about the gameplay yet. When we know more and when it's closer to its release, I will upload a new video to YouTube with showing gameplay and an updated build. So if you'd like to see some live gameplay, feel free to come over and visit me on Twitch. I look forward to seeing you all. I'd like to thank you once again all for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more. Take a moment to check out some of my most recent videos and leave a comment below. And until the next time, keep sailing it like you stole it.